Top 10 books by Max Allan Collins. A Long Time Dead, with an introduction by Max Allan Collins, the first collection of stories starring legendary Mike Hammer, the toughest private investigator in history. Do No Harm. Nathan Heller broadens his portfolio of real-life investigations by reopening the Sam Shepard murder case on behalf of two different clients who engaged him 9 years apart. A sober, bracing time machine, more fiction than history, that ends on an inconclusive note. Double Down. Hard Case celebrates the publication of Skim Deep, the first new novel since 1999 about the never quite reformed thief Nolan, by reprinting the third and fourth of Nolan's adventures, originally published in the early 80s. Honest pulp marred only by the odd moments in which the hero explains things or shows his sensitive side. Girl Can't Help It. The reunion of Hot Rod and the Pistons on the occasion of their induction into the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is blighted by a woman who seems determined to reduce their numbers to the vanishing point. The primacy of music over mystery makes this one mainly for rockabilly fans. Deal Most Likely. Among the million visitors, the little town of Galliana, Illinois, the birthplace of U.S. Grant, attracts in a year are the attendees of a high school class reunion that seems to include a very determined killer. The result is a sedate thriller that reads less like Collins' usual retro pulp and more like that of his wife, Barbara Collins. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Killing Quarry. Professional killer Quarry's 1980 midlife career changed to selling potential targets to the ultimate protection from the people who've marked them for death comes a cropper in a way that would be unusual for anyone but him. Rousing period pulp for those who missed the 80s or the glory days of men's magazine a generation earlier. Quarry in the Black. Just in time to celebrate his debut on the small screen in the CLIMAX series, veteran hitman Quarry returns to bookstores to execute a contract on a noted civil rights leader. The inevitable friction between killers with a very different agendas pays off in glory scenes and tawdry revelations that won't shock a soul, but historical noir specialist Collins provides appropriate retro pulpy pleasures along the way. Quarry's Blood. In yet another final installment of his pulpy franchise, retired hitman John Quarry meets his daughter, who turns out to be a chip of the old block. Easy listening for readers whose preferred soundtrack is muffled gunfire. Quarry's Climax. 1970s hitman who starred in last year's CLIMAX series gets his strangest assignment to date to prevent an unknown rival contractor from killing his target. Plenty of fatalities, but you won't mourn them since they're all a lot more forgettable than the vintage 70s soundtracks that seems to be providing away in every room in Memphis. Skin Deep. The prolific Collins resurrects Nolan, the thief who tried to go straight since his multi-volume criminal career began. or another adventure that will return him to the dark side. No doubt about it, it's great to see Nolan back in action. And bonus book, The Big Bundle. A real-life 1953 abduction sends veteran fictional Chicago Seamus Nathan Heller to Kansas City and far beyond. In the words of the character who has the most to lose, it's been like something out of the Marx Brothers.